Hello. Well, I have a hair appointment today and I am super excited about that because my poor hair needs some attention. But I am just finishing up my makeup and I thought I would start off by answering one of your questions. Terry B asked me, do you find it difficult to move to a new area? I recently moved and the transition has been tough. All my friends and family are back in the state that she moved from. Anyway, I was just wondering how you're doing since the move. And then she says, I'm always happy and smiling, but thank you, Terry. I try. I always say to myself, it's better than sitting around crying because life throws many different situations at you. So do I find it difficult to move? There's many levels to moving for me. Moving is difficult. Yes. When we lived in Michigan, we always just moved within state. And I was like, this is great. Moving here, moving there. And I'm like, this is so fun. This is wonderful. And then we moved from Michigan to Texas. Holy cow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a game changer when you move from one state to another state. That's way larger. Especially Michigan. I mean, we knew everything that was there. You know what I'm saying? Because we were born and raised in Michigan. Moving to Texas, it's a complete different culture out here. Not bad. I love Texas. My guys love Texas. But it is a different culture out here and one that we just had to get used to. And okay, my most difficult thing is finding like hairstylists, nail places if you do nails, doctors, dentists, you know, all that stuff. That's the part. What I have found that works for me is I go on Google. Google is my best friend. Google, I go to Maps for Google Maps to map out where I need to go. Google is also awesome to look up reviews on doctors and dentists and things, and I look for, and hairstylists, nail salons, all of it. I look up and I read reviews and I want to know like what people are saying on reviews, because when you move to a different state and you're not moving with family, you don't know anybody. So as far as like asking locals what they think, it's very slim to doing that because you don't know anybody. I also look through our insurance and they will have reviews and stuff of doctors through the insurance program too. And that has helped us tremendously find a really good like family doctor too through there. It's hard moving from friends and family and from people that you've known your whole entire life to a state where you know nobody. But I am so grateful that we have the technology that we have nowadays and we can keep in contact with our friends and family through, I mean, video chatting, Messenger, Facebook, email, talking to each other, calling on the phone, but video phone calls, you know? There are days that I struggle and I'm like, oh, did we make the right choice? Did we make the right choice to move out here? And me and Jason sit there and he'll say, well, you know, let's look at it. Let's see how, I mean, God lined everything up so well with this move. I mean, it was like, boom, 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 boom. I mean, it was one thing after another, rolled right into each other. Even our home selling in Amarillo, us finding another home. Got to tell you about that later. I'm so excited to share that with you. Finding this rental, I mean, come on, you know, that just, it worked out so smoothly. So it's almost like I need to sometimes reset my way of thinking and say, no, this wasn't a mistake. The way that God had us going from one thing to another very easily, it was all a purpose. Because God knows our futures and we know that He is already there ahead of us and I can just rest in that. That's where the happy comes from. And I also try to look at the situation as an adventure. It is an adventure. Life is an adventure. Whether it's good adventure or bad adventure, we all go through different things in our life and it's a mindset, and that's what I've done with it. It is gorgeous out here. It's really hot. It's 84 degrees is what my car is reading, and I can feel muggy, like it's muggy a little bit. It is about 20 after 1 and I am headed to my hair appointment. So I will see you in just a couple hours. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. I just got out of the beauty salon. It's cute, but I was there for over 4 hours. It is almost 6 o'clock at night and I was there, my appointment was at 1:30. So now I'm gonna head home and I may have to pick this up tomorrow. I don't know. I have a couple of very ripe bananas, so I have decided to make up some banana bread this morning. We haven't had banana bread in quite a while. Whenever I make banana bread, I use walnuts. But this time I had pecans in the house, so I added some pecans to the banana bread this time. Pecans are very expensive in our area. Are they pretty high in your area? Let me know in the comments below. Hello. Okay, last night. So I got home, I had no time to make dinner. We ended up ordering a Subway, had that for dinner, and I was so aggravated and in a mood from my hair appointment that I was just like, I was done. I got my pajamas on, took my makeup off, and I was just done. So what ended up happening is the girl, well, I ended up finding out that the girl that was doing my hair is fairly new to doing hair, and I was not told this when I booked an appointment, and she was messing up on my color. She started cutting my hair and then had somebody who has been in the business for a while come over, thank God, and cut my hair, and it turned out cute. I ended up having the layers come up just under my jaw and then down, you know, so medium type layers. I kept the length and the color's okay, I guess, but it's highlights, and the highlights on the top seem to be more golden, and that's one thing she was fighting with it was more golden, and down here is a little lighter, but I'm not, it could have been worse because I've had worse. But for the price that I paid, I was expecting a really good professional color and cut. All right, so moving on from that. So I am still searching for a hairstylist. I jumped online, called one this morning, and there was no answer, so I'm waiting for her. Hopefully she'll get back with me. I wanted to tell you and share with you some of the things that we've been up to this past month. First and foremost, we sold our house in Amarillo, and I am thrilled to be out from underneath of that. But our signing was into basically the heart of Austin on a Friday. So we went in there and we signed papers, and oh my goodness, I'm just so happy to have that chapter in our life closed and done, and we're moving on. And we found a home here. It is a new build home, and it will not be complete until, they're saying, March, which is perfect because we are here in the rental until May. We try to go out there every weekend to see what they have completed from the previous week. This past Sunday, they had started the tile on the floors, the tile around the tubs and the showers. That was, I think, pretty much complete. They put down the laminate floor throughout the home. There's a couple areas yet they still were working on, a couple different rooms. The carpet's not in yet. They had tile, and I did not get a picture of this. I could just kick myself, but they do have the tile for the backsplash in the kitchen. The colors that is in this home is neutral, which is really good because then I can work with it. The kitchen is white. It's light and bright, and oh, it's a great home. I tried a couple of different nail places around here, and it just wasn't right. It wasn't a good fit for me. And then I did some more searching online, and I found really good reviews for this place, and I absolutely love my nails. I love the shape of them. I showed her a picture from Pinterest, and I was like, could you do this? And she's like, oh yeah, like no problem. okay. I'm like, okay. I am so happy with this nail place, so I'm hoping that I can continue to go to her. The other day, Justin was out in town and he was, I don't know where he even was, but he looked out his window and he's seen this buzzard. He's like, Mom, this thing was huge. He said it was just huge. I'm like, oh, that's like on, you know when you watch those cartoons of Bugs Bunny and you see those buzzards? I'm like, that's what it was. And he's like, they're huge and they're kind of creepy. I'm like, they are. They're an ugly bird. And we also found a used bookstore. They had used and new books in this bookstore and it was really large. It had all the sections that you could possibly think of for books. They had chairs sitting around that you could read. It was really neat. It was a half-priced used bookstore. So I ended up finding a couple of books there that I am excited to get into. I found the author through our local library, but they didn't have the first book to start the series. And I found 2 books for 2 different series, and they were the first book in each series at that used bookstore. And yeah, I walked away quite happy that day. We also found an Ulta. Oh, I seriously would not want to live without an Ulta. I am still searching for a Sephora. There's one that's a little ways away from us, but anyway, we found an Ulta and I got this Morphe Truth or Bare palette and it has got some beautiful colors in it and I'm excited to start playing around with it. I am wearing some of the color today. It went on pretty smooth. It was easy to work with. I am very happy with this palette. I have a prescription at CVS to go pick up really quickly. I was gonna get it yesterday. It ran out of time at that hair appointment. So I'm gonna go do it really quickly right now. And then I'm also gonna get gas because, and I'm gonna have the boys get the gas for me. Are you guys excited?
I get a Slurpee.
Oh, okay. Because tomorrow we are headed a little out of town because I want to go get groceries and do all that kind of running tomorrow, and I need gas in my car. The dinner that I'm making tonight, I have not made it on my channel, but I have mentioned it on my channel in a grocery video. Well, I'm gonna make it tonight. I'll show you how truly easy this meal is. It is a dump and go casserole, but one of the things I need to do before I put it together is cook up the chicken. So I'm gonna quickly dice and cook up the chicken, and then that way it'll go together a lot quicker tonight. We are in the garage because I am trying to find something to go on the side of this casserole tonight. We have our refrigerator here, and then our freezer is there. And Jason had to, the lip that is in the garage, he had to kind of put some brackets and stuff underneath of the refrigerator because the fridge sticks out a little bit on this ledge, so we actually had it off for a while and not even using it, but now it's in working order and we're so happy to have it. We missed it, but I will show you the garage. It might be a little darker out here. The lighting is not great, but this is just all storage is what we are using this for. So we have this side of the garage, boxes. Jason's motorcycle is in here, and then we have boxes, boxes, and more boxes. And we are very grateful that we have this garage and we don't have to get a storage unit. Let's look in the freezer, see if I can find something. I seriously don't think I have anything. I think I'm fooling myself. Ooh, I just turned blue. Yeah, I have some vegetables. I could do some vegetables on the side. And that looks like it's about it. You can tell that I need to go to the grocery store tomorrow. I got the chicken all cooked up. For seasonings, I just kept it simple with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. And I'm gonna let this sit here and cool off a little bit, and then it'll be ready for me to add to that casserole shortly. I don't think I told you what this is. This is a chicken Alfredo bake. I sprayed a 9x13 pan. I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken that I had cooked up inside of this pan. I'm adding 3 cups of chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 22-ounce jar of Alfredo sauce, and a 16-ounce package of pasta. I'm using rigatoni tonight. I'm gonna give this a really good stir to get that pasta down into the chicken broth. I have my oven preheated to 400. This is gonna go in the oven for 40 minutes after I cover it with aluminum foil. Then I'm gonna put it in the oven. Now you top it with a cup of mozzarella cheese and a half a cup of Parmesan. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for 10 minutes to let that cheese melt, and it's gonna be ready for us to enjoy. This is our second time making this. It is a huge hit in our home. If you follow Weight Watchers, you can build this recipe right in the app, the Weight Watcher app, and you can calculate how many points for how much that you want that day. The recipe that I made tonight is linked below for you to grab it and add to your meals this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Do you love vlogs? Well, here are 2 more for you to enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.